Hi all. We shall move to our module 4, that is reciprocating pumps. This is very crucial for our university exam because this is the simplest of all topics. So getting scoring maximum mark from this module is very important. So we classified pumps into two groups, rotodynamic and positive displacement. Centrifugal pump is rotodynamic, whereas the reciprocating pumps are positive displacement pump. Here, an amount of water is taken to a closed chamber and that is displaced by some moving elements like a piston. A piston is forcing the water, thereby the pressure of the water is increased and it is raised to a high level. So that is what is called as positive displacement. And nowadays, this is not in common use. Almost everywhere we are using centrifugal pumps. And the main application is it is useful when high heads are required with small discharge. And we'll look into the constructional details. The components are a cylinder, a piston rod, connecting rod. It is connected to a crank, to a crankshaft. So it is in construction. It is very similar to an IC engine, but the operation is just opposite to an IC engine. And the crankshaft is connected to the motor, the prime mover, the motor. So when you switch on the motor, the crankshaft rotates, the crank rotates, the connector rod converts the rotation of crank to the reciprocating motion of the piston. And suppose the piston is at the extreme left, then it moves from left to right. And that movement creates a low pressure inside the cylinder. And by that low pressure, the water from the bottom sump forces through the suction pipe enters into the cylinder, and that is allowed to flow through a suction valve. That suction valve is a one-way valve through which it enters into the cylinder. So when the piston reaches the extreme right, the entire volume of the cylinder will be completely filled by water. Then it moves from right to left. By that, the thrust is exerted on the trapped water. The pressure increases. By that, the suction valve closes and the delivery valve opens, and the water which is inside the cylinder is delivered to the delivery pipe, delivered through the delivery pipe. So the suction valve and delivery valve are one-way valves. So it is a pulsating pump because there is no water in the delivery pipe during the suction time. So only through the 180-degree rotation of the crank only the water is available in the delivery pipe. So the discharge is not at all uniform. And we can use another kind. It is called as a double acting reciprocating pump. Previous one is single acting. There the water is in contact with one side of the piston only. Here it is called as double acting. And the double acting has two suction pipes and two delivery pipes, and two suction valves S1, S2, two delivery valves D1, D2. And when the suction valve S1 is opened, the delivery valve D2 will be opened. So when the suction happens in the left side of the piston, the discharge happens in the right side of the piston. Or in other case, when the suction valve S2 is open, the delivery valve D1 will be opened. So this type gives a uniform discharge, almost a uniform discharge. Now we shall see a graph between the rate of discharge and crank angle. For single acting pump, for the first 180-degree rotation, there is only suction. That time, no discharge. And for the next 180 only, from 180 to 360 only, we are getting a flow of water in the delivery pipe. Whereas in double acting pipe, when suction happens on one side, there is discharge on other side. So almost a uniform discharge. And we shall see the equations. Here D is the diameter of the cylinder, L is the length of stroke. Length of stroke will be equal to 2 times the crank radius. N is the speed in RPM, HS is the suction head, SC is the delivery head. So the volume of water delivered during one revolution. One revolution means one suction and one discharge. So the volume delivered in one revolution will be equal to the volume enters into the cylinder during the suction stroke. The volume enters into the cylinder during the suction stroke is the volume of the cylinder. So that is volume of the cylinder. So in one revolution, volume of the cylinder, that is equal to A into L meter cube of water, is delivered. And there are n revolutions per minute. So n by 60 revolutions per second. So volume of water delivered per second will be equal to, for one revolution, AL. And for there are n by 60 revolutions per second, so AL into n by 60, AL n by 60, it gives the theoretical discharge of the pump. Now the weight of water, weight is mass per second into G. Weight per second is mass per second into G. Mass per second is density into volume per second. Volume per second is ALN by 60, so rho into ALN by 60 into G, so rho G ALN by 60. Now the work done per second of power is this weight into total height through which the water is delivered. The total height is suction head plus delivery head. So weight into HS plus SD gives the work done. So rho G ALN by 60 into HS plus SD. So this is for a single acting pump. And for a double acting pump, the actual discharge, the volume of water delivered in one revolution will be equal to 2 times air, because suction on left side, discharge on right side. So gives, for one revolution, the discharge is 2 air. So all equations you multiply by 2. That will give the given equations for a double acting pump. And there is a term called as slip. Slip is the difference between the theoretical discharge and actual discharge, QTH minus Q actual. Percentage slip is QTH minus Q actual by QTH, and one more term, coefficient of discharge, that is a ratio between actual discharge and theoretical discharge. And in sometimes the slip can be negative slip of a reciprocating pump. That is, at the end of the suction stroke, as the water is forcing through the suction pipe, that may open the delivery valve. So the water coming through the suction pipe is directly given to the delivery pipe. So in that case, the discharge will be greater than the theoretical discharge. So that operation leads to negative slip. And this happens when the delivery valve is short or delivery head is small. So the acceleration head in the suction pipe may open the delivery valve. It is called as negative slip. Now we shall see a problem based on reciprocating pump. It is a single acting pump. Speed is given. Discharge is given. The given discharge will be the actual discharge, Q actual. Diameter of the piston is given. Stroke length is given. Suction and delivery heads are given. So it is a single acting pump. Directly you apply the equation. Theoretical discharge is ALN by 60. Coefficient of discharge is Q actual by Q theoretical. Q actual is given. Percentage slip, you apply the equation. And for the power required also, we apply the same equation. So the problem is very similar.